Comparing Java enum members or equals ? Introduction. Enums are one of the safest and most commonly used features in Java. They are widely used for check status values, user roles, payment states, order states, configuration options. A very common Java interview and beginner question is, should enum values be compared using x or equals? Example: status equals status active vs status dot equals status active. This topic helps learners understand how enums work internally, why works for enums, differences between and null safety, best practices, real-world usage. This is a very important Java fundamentals topic. What is an enum in Java? An enum is a special Java type representing fixed constants. Example: public enum status, new processing completed. Example concept: only predefined constants allowed. Enums improve readability, check. Type safety, check. Maintainability. Enum constants are singleton instances. Important concept: each enum constant exists only once in JVM memory. Example: status.new is a singleton object. Example concept: only one instance per enum constant. Because of this, equals works perfectly for enums. Using equals with enums. Example: status equals status.new. If status equals status new, system out.println new status. Output new status. This is the preferred approach. Y equals enum works for enums. Normally, equals compares object references. For enums, each constant has only one instance. Reference comparison is safe. Example concept: status.new equals status.new. Both point to same object in memory. Using equals with enums. Example: if status equals status new, system out println new status. This also works. Output new status, but it is not the preferred style. Y equals is preferred. 1. Cleaner syntax: status equals status new is shorter and clearer. 2. Null safe. Example: status equals null. Using equals. If status equals status new, result false. No exception occurs. Problem with equals. Example: status equals null. Status equals status new. Problem: null pointer exception. Because method called on null reference. Null safety comparison. Comparison null safe equals yes equals no. This is one of the biggest reasons is preferred. Internal enum behavior. Every enum implicitly extends java.lang.enum. Java guarantees unique enum instances, controlled object creation. You cannot create enum objects manually. Wrong. New status. Invalid. Real-world example: order status, public enum, order status. Pending, shipped, delivered. Usage: if order status equals order status.shipped. Send tracking email. Very common in Spring Boot applications. Comparing normal objects versus enums string comparison. Wrong. str1 equals str2. Usually incorrect. Correct. str1 equals str2. Because strings may be different objects. Enum comparison. Correct. Status equals status.new. Because enum constants are singleton instances. Visual difference. Strings, two objects may contain same text. Enums, only one constant instance exists. Example, showing reference equality. Status S1 equals status.new. Status S2 equals status.new. System out, println, S1 equals S2. Output, true. Because both references point to same enum object. Switch statements with enums. Enums work perfectly with switch. Example. Switch status, case, new, system.out.println, new order, break, case, completed, system.out.println, completed order. Internally, Java also relies on enum identity behavior. Can equals ever be useful? Technically, yes. Example, status new equals status. This avoids null pointer because constant is never null. But still, equals is preferred for readability and convention. Common errors. 1. Using equals on null enum. Example, status equals status new. Problem. Null pointer exception. 2. Comparing enum with string. Wrong. Status equals new. Enums are not strings. Correct. Status.name equals new. Or better, status equals status new 3, using ordinal values. Example, status.ordinal equals 0. Bad practice. Ordinal values may change. Best practices. Best practices include: use equals for enum comparison. Avoid equals unless necessary. Never compare enums with strings directly. Avoid ordinal-based logic. Use enums for fixed constants. Example concept. Singleton constants means safe reference comparison. Advantages of using equals. Check. Null safe. Check. Faster. Cleaner syntax. Check. Recommended by Java experts. Easier to read. Limitations of equals. Check. Possible null pointer exception. Check. More verbose. Check. Unnecessary for enums. Concepts learned in this topic. How enums work internally. Singleton enum constants. Equals equals. Null safety. Enum comparison best practices. Enum identity behavior. Simple definition. Enum comparison using equals. A safe and preferred way to compare enum constants because each enum constant exists as a single unique instance in memory. Final summary. For Java enums, the preferred comparison method is status equals status new. Although this also works, status equals status.new. Equals is preferred because it is null safe, cleaner, faster, designed for enum identity comparison. Key idea. Enum constants are singleton objects, so reference comparison using equals is completely safe. Once you understand this, enum handling in Java becomes much simpler and safer.